Hello, ladies, gentlemen, witches, wizards, warlocks, and everybody else. Welcome to Randolph the Grey Plays We, the Revolution. Let's jump back into it, shall we? Last we were checking out a case file for... I don't actually know because we haven't read the case file yet. Ooh. We did get a new guy, which means that we got some more... which means we got some, like, protocol stuff that we need to do in the report. So, like, we'll actually have to read all this stuff, whether or not, like, we'll have to report on whether or not he does these things. So this will be fun. Do we check everything else before? I believe so. Let's check out the case file. Compiled by Raphael Charlopin. In the dock is Lucien Blanchot, a resident of the section des Gravilliers, Rue Mézières. Citizen Blanchot owns several grocery stalls. We have received multiple complaints regarding his unfair trading practices, such as selling spoiled fruit, price speculation, and the violation of legal price limits. Okay. Monsieur Blanchot has denied all of the accusations, but my investigation at his stalls revealed that at least some of the complaints to be justified. He complained that the prices were inflated due to employee mistakes, and that spoiled produce was about to be disposed of on the day of the inspection. It must be noted that when the inspectors pointed out his transgressions, Blanchot scolded his employees and readily set about restoring order at his stall. Okay. So far, it seems like he's doing what he's asked to do. Cool. Lucien Blanchot, a young merchant and staunch supporter of the Jacobins, and he has connections with Marat and Robespierres, or so he claims, as so far he has managed to get away with all of his shady dealings, so there may be some truth to his boasting. Witness 1.
He sold me rotten apples. He put some fresh ones on the top so that I wouldn't notice.
Witness 2.
My husband couldn't stop retching for 2 days after eating the celery he brought from this swindler.
Okay. So we do have a couple witnesses. It looks like he's blaming his employees. Let's take a peek, shall we? Poisoning customers. Rotten apples. These are evidence. What? Caught in a trap. Oh, no. The defendant's connections. This would be extenuating. Okay. Employees' mistakes would fall under... Okay, so I can... Okay. Customer complaints are accusation. Poisoning customers, accusation. Legal price limits. Evidence? Employees' mistakes. Offender's person... What? What? Please introduce yourself. Lucien Blanchot, occupation, currently merchant, also temporarily a poisoner. Ooh. You stand accused of price speculation, breaking legal price limits and selling produce unfit for consumption. Is that all?
I ask the court to add deliberate poisoning of Parisian citizens to the list of charges.
Poisoning? Stale vegetables never killed anyone. So you admit to the other charges? I am an honest entrepreneur and my business will not be harmed by such allegations. Hold on, let's get back in here. I didn't mean to click away. We're fricked. The defendant's connections. Okay. Employee mistakes, we'll call that extenuating circumstances, or is that counter? No. Okay. And then legal price limits. Counter-revolution. Nice. Okay, and the defendant's connections must be his personality. Saved. Okay. So the commoners want him executed, and the revolutionaries want him freed. Correct? And we need the revolutionaries to be on our side, so we need this guy to get acquitted. Let's see what we can do to get him acquitted then, shall we? Let's ask him some acquittal questions. Could you explain why there have been so many complaints about your businesses over the years? Maybe it is because most of those complaints have been nothing but nonsensical claims from jealous loafers. Are you so convinced that Marat and Robespierre will protect you? I am convinced that the law will protect me. Justice is on my side.
What do you mean?
The law is supposed to protect the innocent. It should be on the side of those who are wronged by...
Spare us this speech. This is not a session of the National Convention.
Did anyone understand any of that?
Forgive me. My soul cries out for justice, so the statesmen you mentioned, Marat and Robespierres, will not have to deliver justice on my behalf.
Okay, this guy's a very smooth talker, clearly. And we want him acquitted, so we're just going to keep asking him questions. Maybe we'll ask him one more guillotine question, and then we'll ask him the acquittal questions. It seems your employees are rather prone to making mistakes. We have analyzed your ledgers and discovered that you have been violating... No, we don't want to talk about that. Are you admitting to selling poison, spoiled produce? Yeah, we'll ask him about the employees.
I would do everything myself if I could, but that is impossible because, you know, I am so rich and I've got so much money.
I kind of hate this guy, but, like, for the game's sake, we kind of have to let him live.
There was no one in Paris competent enough. Do you think so little of your fellow citizens? Well, most people are dots. The very fact that I must defend myself in court attests to that.
Did the defendant offer adequate instruction to his subordinates?
I own a chain of grocery stores, not a parish school for the dim-witted. Is insulting us?
Oh no, they want him put in jail. Okay.
With, before Monsieur le Juge asks, let me make one thing clear. Legal price limits were never deliberately broken at my stores. I find such accusations to be malicious and vile.
Objection! You only corrected the price.
Objection! You only corrected the prices upon the arrival of your inspectors.
I deserve to rot in prison. The inspectors imposed a substantial fine on me that I paid without delay. I have already suffered the consequences of my negligence.
A fine won't stop him from peddling rotten tomatoes.
I mean, like, I know this is going to sound bad, but if the food is rotten, don't buy it. Did you know your produce makes your customers sick?
If anyone can prove that my produce was at fault, I will gladly cover the cost of their treatment or their funeral. They need only come forward. Try eating that muck yourself when you have the your evidence.
Let me remind you that witness testimonies will be taken into account.
I was selling people shit, not food. Testimonies of jaundiced people who will do anything to hamper a wealthy man's work were the evidence indeed.
Okay. Ah, shucks, they still want him. Okay, did the defendant confess to the crime? No. Was his act counter-revolutionary in nature? Acquire your mentor's help? Okay, it was. Interesting. What was the defendant's attitude towards the fines issued? Paid immediately. How does the defendant explain his disregard for legal price limits? Written mistake. That's his claim. Ah, shucks. Oh, shucks. Prison. Okay, that'll make these guys kind of happy, and it'll make but we can't get away with death. We can't get away with acquittal. I don't think. I think we'll get in trouble too much, because the jury doesn't want us to. So we will send him to prison. Prison, honestly, I can live with prison. I think we did okay. Not good. Far from good. I think we did okay. Could you explain why there have been so many complaints? Yeah. Okay. Oh, I gotta hit him with the judge's signature. Classic.
Lead the condemned out.
Let's see how fresh he stays behind bars.
I have friends. I have friends in high places.
Yeah, I lost his accent.
Je suis français.
I have friends in high places. It will be said I will be set free in a matter of days. You, on the other hand.
Okay, I'm getting awfully at risk of being removed by the revolutionaries. But report results, I got some more reputation and influence back. And I killed that. That's good. I did want to just use an influence point. I haven't used an influence point yet. Okay, so we really, really need to get on board with the revolutionaries next turn. But they just seem like such bad guys, you know? Oh, I forgot this one. That does look better.
Due to the establishment of a revolutionary tribunal, we need to prepare an official stamp. I was told to ask you, citizen, because President Devoyer is indisposed.
How much did he drink?
He was not able to say. Shall we?
Oh, we get to design a stamp. Okay, cool. Okay, there's a Pokeball. Oh, this one's kind of cool. Okay, so we got 3 dot. I kind of like Pokeball. I bet it's the simplest one. Let's check out the top decoration. Oh, definitely this. Are we going to be a snake? Are we going to be a Slytherin in this campaign? Oh, dude, the owl with the axe. That's pretty cool. Or Athena, the flag. Ooh, we got Key and Feather looks pretty dope. Yo. What is this? This is Goblet? And then the bottom. Oh, yeah, this looks very spooky. I'm into this. Which means the base is actually going to have to change to this one. Okay. And let's pick an emblem. Let's pick an emblem we like. So far, I really like Wine Cup. I think Wine Cup looks really cool. Or alternatively, what else did I like? I liked Owl with Axe. But I think Wine Cup is more... We might be a little bit of a bad guy. Look, we're going to try, okay? We're going to try. But this looks very vicious.
Thank you for your time. I know it's late. The stamp should be ready tomorrow. Goodbye.
Goodbye, official. Oh, we finally have time to spend with our boy. Evening gambling, demonstration, evening with grandfather, political debate. We can't just hang out with Frederic? Bernard and Matilda hate us. Evening with grandfather. Oh, that will make them dislike us. Demonstration. Take your sons to a pro-revolution demonstration. Let them see real life up close. Okay, so what we want is to boost these 2. Well, all these 3 really. We could lose a little bit with grandfather. So let's do... Oh, I don't want to lose any more with the wife. Let's do political debate. I'm finally understanding how the family system works. But I didn't really have any choices up until now to decide how the family would work, you know?
Chuna?
You're smart, Chuno.
Tragically, we are losing control of the streets. People feel betrayed by the king, and some believe him to be a spy trying to elude justice. Special means are recommended when suppressing unrest. We only need an opinion from the judges to make sure we are working legally.
Okay.
In other words, you need their blessing to shoot at protesters.
Well, that hits a little close to home.
People can't control their emotions and are hurting other citizens as a result. Look at the windows next time. They might do something worse than just rocks.
Okay. It pains us to see unrest growing in the streets of Paris. Commander-in-Chief Burrell has informed us that the Guard is no longer able to control the situation through peaceful means. It is recommended that he be allowed to use more immediate methods to protect the innocent civilians, but we'd like to know the tribunal's opinion on the matter. Oh, shoot. I think we accept this. Okay, so I think if we accept it, then we probably make friends with the bourgeoisie a little bit, and if we reject it, then we probably get more brownie points from the commoners. So I think we have to accept and sign. Oh, I gotta give it my stamp too. Very cool. Very cool. I vibe with that so hard, dude.
Let's hope this... Sorry. Let's hope this is not too late to stop this madness. This is an interesting euphemism for musket fire.
So clearly he didn't want us to do that.
The Marburg wanted to act as both judge and jury again and hang people in the street lamps. Poor Pochard was almost hanged. Pochard? Claude Blanchard? Exactly. The beloved tutor of your Frederic. You had to dismiss him after the incident with the oath of the clergy, did you not? Yes, Frederic tells me from time to time that he misses his teacher. What are you doing? The trial is about to begin.
It's about Monsieur Pochard.
News travels fast. He's been accused of counter-revolutionary activité.
You know him. It can't be true.
It's not so simple. Leave before somebody hears us.
Papa, please,
Go home.
think about your family at least for once. Papa! Papa.
Okay, what's all this? It's a man of the people. The simple folk see you as one of their own, as if you grew up in the same chamber. I mean, that's good. Sort of. That helps bail us out, but we definitely... What the heck? Okay, this is all happening in Act 1. Man, the people really are not digging us very much, hey? The revolutionaries, I mean. The people like us a lot. Let's open the notebook. 11 and minus 9, so we're definitely gonna have to bump that up. Check all this? Yeah, I don't really care about them right now. Okay. Let's take a peek at the case file, shall we? Compiled by Nathan Desiroff.
Claude Pochard, a 26-year-old...
Wait, do I read these ones in a French accent? I'm so confused which I read in French and which I don't. I'll just read this one normal. Claude Pochard, a 26-year-old vicar and tutor, son of a cobbler, believes in Enlightenment ideals. Oh. After refusing to adjure the civil constitution of the clergy, he was removed from his parish, prohibited from carrying out his duties, and sentenced to banishment. Despite this, he stayed in Paris and continued to work as a tutor, which he started before 1789. Pochard was captured in the streets by fortuitous circumstances. A guard officer present during his trial a few months ago recognized him and didn't hesitate to act. Following an investigation, Pochard was accused of spying and spreading counter-revolutionary propaganda in order to prepare a foreign intervention that would end the revolution. Okay. Correspondence with Archbishop Jean-Arsène de Breteuil was found in a room Pochard had been renting from Mary Gimet. In it, the clergymen asked for information about the unrest and the supporters of the monarchy in hiding. Riches were also found, a golden chalice and a reliquary. Moreover, the director of one of the orphanages, Claude, taught and testified that the tutor would question the law of the revolution in front of the students, stating that it was less important than the laws handed down by God. Evidence. A letter to Claude. Okay. Dear Claude, remember to stay strong in your faith and complete your duties with dignity. Tell me how our brothers in faith are doing, as well as the churches in these desperate times. May God protect you, Jean Arsène. Okay. My family wants him acquitted. The revolutionaries want him in prison. The common folk want him dead? Damn common folk, that ain't happening. But can we afford to acquit him? Probably not. If we get any further down with the revolutionaries, they might just try and take us out of office. All right. Let's unlock some questions, shall we? Spreading propaganda? Accusation. Tutor. Oh, that's a trap, isn't it? Please introduce yourself.
Monsieur le juge, you know me. State your personal information or there will be consequences. Claude Pochard, Monsieur le juge. You stand accused of spying for the counter-revolutionaries and criticizing the existing order. Do you admit to the crimes? I am innocent. The accusation is exaggerated and comes from the ill will of the accusers.
Suggesting that the revolutionary government is acting in ill will, typical of a priest.
Okay, a letter from the Archbishop. This is evidence. A parish priest. This is the offender's personality. Banishment. This is a course of events. Church riches. These are evidence. Tutor. offender's personality, espionage, accusation, and spreading propaganda, counter-revolution. Okay, we did unlock all the questions. Let's see if we can't get acquittal for this guy. Why did the accused continue teaching instead of leaving France?
My duty is to help others. If I am unable to help as a priest, I at least want to share some of my knowledge.
Your knowledge is Catholic propaganda.
I prefer the term Catholic values.
Interesting. The accused travels extensively around the Paris department. To what end?
I teach wherever I can find students. Doing that requires time and effort, I admit.
Is that why you received gold from your fellow conspirators abroad?
He travels
around France to spy on people.
The only money I see comes from my students' caregivers. It is not at all immodest.
So, where did the riches in your room come from?
They were liturgical accoutrements. I saved them from the plunder of the church in Copan. I would rather go hungry than sell them.
Fanatic!
Thief! Peddler of superstition!
What do you teach?
The caregivers in orphanages only pay for reading and writing lessons.
So, why did the accused teach children that God's law stands above that of the Republic? You spread superstition and counter-revolutionary propaganda.
This is a misunderstanding. The children that I teach are unable to understand such complicated matters.
The accused explanation further incriminates him. If they are unable to understand the topic, why would he even discuss it at all?
The church spreads out anger, ignorance, and takes our money. It was only answering questions from the director of the orphanage in Combienne. I said that God's law stood above my punishment. It is God's law that prohibits me from leaving the country. I have a duty to help those in need.
Okay. I just want to see... Well, this is not great. But I want my family to love me. Honestly, this is dangerous. I am really in the danger zone, but I believe we can fix it. We did something so frickin' illegal right there. I know... Oh, no. Did the defendant confess to the crimes? No. Was it... yes. A golden chalice and a reliquary? Where were the traders whom the defendant was corresponding with located? England? I want to say England? Hold on. Wait, let me out. Oh, scheisse. Switzerland. Thank you. Saved. Alright, let's see how we did. I think we did okay. Not guilty. Take the defendant away.
Are you mad? They should both be killed. How can you set an agent of the Pope free?
I did make everyone angry. Except my family is really happy with me. Hey, my reputation went up another one, though. That's not horrible. The jury wanted me to free him. Did I make the jury want me to free him? Yes. Should I have shot for prison? Probably. Let's see what happens. Oh my goodness, people are being hung in the streets. That's alarming. Man. That is an incredibly intense... This game is, uncomfortably relevant at the time, right now. This is uncomfortably relevant.
One fool spewed out one word too many. The other fired a musket. They fought for freedom. Each for their own. That man. Hard to forget. He asked me if I'd seen his wife. He found his son. The freedom we borrowed from the wealthy and the noble. We believed it was worth the price. He was judged by people long devoid of their freedom. The only things they knew were dust and sweat, and anger.
Okay. That was really heavy. Holy cow.
We made a nice profit. There was a chance of prosperity. Why would the Reynard family want to take over your shop, Grandpapa? For profit and power. It's always the same, and it's no different in these times. Today is about equality, so that not only the aristocrats can live with dignity. Grow up, boy. I only saw the truth when they attempted to sentence my son, your uncle, to death. It suddenly dawned on me that the only things that mattered was the power I never had and the connections I never cared for. You wanted to be righteous while the injustice spread like a plague. You should not be sorry for that. I am not. But I would rather your brother lived so that I still had 2 sons.
Do you have a brother, Daddy? Where is he?
He died a long time ago, before you were born.
Why did he die?
Do not talk so much whilst eating. Your uncle went to war and died in battle. Your generation will soon realize the extent of the damage we inflicted upon the world. In the past, decent people like Pochard never had to worry about courts or tribunals. But now... Do you ever consider the possibility that Pochard was guilty?
No, not Monsieur Pourchard.
He was no guiltier than any of us, son. Just keep an eye on the Renards.
Oof. I mean, at least our actions we made in court made the people like us a little more. You signed off on the use of deadly force against protesters. Your family is not all that keen on talking to you tonight. Yeah, I could have saw that one coming. Man, that's rough. I chose that? That was my I chose that. That was my decision. Dude, that was like chilling. Like it made me uncomfortable. Like that made me uncomfortable. I love this game. It's so interesting and like really way too real. Way too real. Who is this? It's irrelevant. We'll deal with that when the time comes. For now, I think I'm going to call this episode here. If you enjoyed the video, please do hit a like. If you made it all the way here, I'm hoping you did, and it lets me know to continue this series. Please feel free to leave me a comment if you have any thoughts or any ideas for the future or for even right now. And please do hit that subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss anything from me ever again. All right, guys. Thanks for stopping by. Have a wicked day.